Welcome to Austin Wildlife Rescue. My name is Maria, and today we're taking you behind the scenes of our Animal Rehabilitation Center. Last year, we took in close to 9,500 animals, and this year we are projected to take in over 10,000. The center has many special rooms for all the wild animals we take care of that keeps them safe and disease-free. Let's see what Courtney is up to in the small mammal room, where squirrels and possums grow big and strong. These little babies sleeping in the incubator look like they're ready to be fed.
My name is Courtney, and I'm an animal care technician here at Austin Wildlife Rescue. We're in the mammal room right now, and I'm going to be feeding some possums. They're getting fed about 6 times a day. These guys were found on the side of the street, and they'll be here for about 3 or 4 months until they're ready for release.
Since little possums don't lick very well, Courtney had to put a special tube straight into their tummy to give them food. But don't worry, it doesn't hurt them at all. Possums are amazing. Not only are they our only North American marsupial, but they also eat over 4,000 ticks every summer. In the next room, we have our juvenile squirrels and possums, which are learning how to climb. You'll notice that every cage has a towel lining the floor, a snuggly hammock, fresh water, and some yummy treats. We try to keep siblings together so they can play, snuggle, learn from each other, and develop the skills to live in the wild. Now we'll be going to the next room, where Jules will be showing us some... Can you guess what animal this will be? Let me give you a hint. It's going to have a little mask. That's right, they're baby raccoons. Their mask helps them see clearly at night by absorbing the incoming light. Raccoons are very intelligent and curious, which makes it easier for them to adapt to the life in the city. Some of them can carry rabies though, and that's why all the staff working with them are vaccinated against it. Let's see what Jessica's up to.
My name is Jessica York, and I'm an animal care technician here at Austin Wildlife Rescue. So we have some baby raccoons here, and these guys are pretty tiny. So we feed them a certain amount of times a day based on their weight, and also a certain amount of food based on their weight. So they will actually get about 5 cc's of formula, and they just suction to the nipple and sometimes unfortunately drink too fast. So they get about 5 cc's, and we feed them 6 times a day because they are so tiny.
When they get bigger, they get moved out from the incubator into a crate where we continue to feed and take care of them. The big kitchen island is the spot where we prepare a lot of fresh food for the animals. Next, we'll be going to the songbird room, where we help many of our native birds. Let's see what Catherine is up to.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I am the team lead for small mammals and aquatic birds. I'm working in bird room today, so I'm about to feed some 20-minute baby birds. These are our small bug-eating birds, so we have 1 titmouse, 1 sparrow, and 2 blue jays. Wake up.
Last year, we had over 2,000 songbirds in our care, so the staff have to know how to take care of every one of them. In the next room, we have our recovering raptors, like this barn owl, and barred owl, which is one of my favorites. Now we'll be going outside, where we have cages for the bigger animals that are getting used to the life in the outdoors, weather changes, and all the new sounds and experiences. These little raccoons are learning how to play and are getting comfortable with the water. They're grooming each other, learning how to climb, and they love hanging out in the jean pants that mimic the hollows of the tree trunks. And we also take care of some of the stinkiest animals, like these striped skunks. Did you know that skunks always give a warning before spraying? It turns its back to the target, hisses, and stamps its little feet. Of course, though, when they're this small, it just looks adorable. And Austin Wildlife Rescue also takes care of our biggest North American rodents, the beavers, whose teeth grow their entire life, so they need to chomp the branches to constantly wear them down. And we take care of the young predators too, like this bobcat kitten who came to us last spring. In addition to songbirds and raptors, we also take care of the waterfowl, like this juvenile green heron. And the smallest birds of all, like these hummingbirds, which drink the nectar. Each animal receives a special treatment plan and diet based on their physical and medical needs. And though these animals can be very cute and sweet, like this armadillo, it's important to remember that they're not pets and they belong in the wild. Our staff feed them, give them medical care, keep them safe while they grow up or heal from injuries, and they work very hard to give these animals the best chance at leading an independent life. The ultimate goal of Austin Wildlife Rescue is for all of these animals to be released back into the wild and keep our ecosystems healthy and strong. So would you like to come on a release with us?
We have to release deer on 1,000 acres for Texas. So this acreage is actually 2,000 acres, so that works out perfectly for us. But it also has so much land around it and grass and things for the animals to eat, so it makes it perfect, and to forage for, and a nice stream so they can get their water. So it just worked out really great that this is a preserve that the deer can kind of just be deer on this land. They've been with us for about 5 to 6 months until they lose their spots, and then we know that they're ready for release.
You're free. Go. Go be a deer. Go be big deer.
The blonde porcupine is actually a leucistic porcupine, so that means that he's lacking certain pigmentation in his fur, or in her fur. So she actually looks really bright blonde, and it's the first one we've ever had like this. Normally we get in a lot of leucistic squirrels, but this is the first porcupine, so she is a new kind all in her own, and we named her Lucy because she's leucistic, and she is quite a character. She has pure personality. This guy came in and he was actually trapped in a parking lot. So he was in an area where, in downtown Austin, where he could not get out of. He should not have really been in that area. There's nothing to forage for. So he was brought in by animal control, and he is just, so this would be what you would consider the normal coloring for a porcupine.
That would be awesome if you climbed a tree.
I know nothing about
Oh yeah, they live in trees. They actually, that's why most people never see them, because they live up in trees and they don't need to come down a ton, and they eat the bark up there.
He was a little bit younger when we first got him in, so we held on to him, and he had to prove his climbing skills to us, and then we knew that he would be ready for release as well, which he's proving right now that he's an amazing climber and is actually eating the tree branches just like they should. Porcupines are a type of rodent, so they have the ever-growing teeth, and so we want to make sure that they're getting a lot of things that they are going to be gnawing their teeth down on. They get antlers so they can chew on them. We give them fresh branches every single day. We give them sweet potatoes, corn. They love the corn. So the second you put out a piece of corn, they're going to go for that immediately. We are noticing more in the east now because of all the big trees. They're able to forage for a lot more in that area. They are kind of being forced more in the city, which is where we got most of ours, because of construction. They're getting lost. They don't know where to go back to. And so we're lucky to have a place like this where we can release it with such large acreage, and they have so much to live off of.